Hey everybody, hope everything's good. Today I'm taking a look at Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, Blight. Now, at first you look at this figure and you think he's a straight up repaint of Pale. And I wouldn't fault you for that because he does look a lot like Pale. But when you start looking at him very closely, you see a lot of differences. First off, while the leg pauldrons are the same, and there is a lot of reuse from Pale, there's some differences. For one thing, the skirt is different. It actually comes from Kali. There might be a reason for that. And then, just his left arm is Kali's, not Pale's. Now, there's a big difference. Now, why is that? Interesting, huh? Now, as it turns out, in story, there is a reason why Pale actually looks just like Blight and the other way around. And they're different colors, obviously. And I'm not going to spoil that for you at this point. I may take a comprehensive look at the comic book and talk about it there. But for right now, I'm just going to kind of stick to the figure itself. I was going to pass on this figure because I thought it was just a straight up repaint of Pale. And then I found out there's an in-story reason why he looks so much like Pale. So, again, not spoiling, but I'll just let that sit as it will. I will say that him having some parts with Kali that's just about all I'm going to give you there. The back of his card just reads that he's an emissary. I don't know. I mean, that's fair enough without spoiling anything. Now, of course, he comes with two blades, a spear tip. Now, first thing you might notice is that there's this weird coloration on these. There is a reason for this. It's because all of his blades are tipped with poison. And, of course, he has all the alternate hands you're used to from Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. He's got the gripping hands and the fist hands. And, of course, hand options are really awesome with any toy line. Now, of course, another sticking point is these are a little bit higher priced than most action figure lines, primarily because this is an indie company, small MRQs, etc., etc. But the quality is really there. And I do dig that these figures come with such great quality. I love the fact that the armor is malleable and does not hinder articulation, while at the same time it does look like armor. I mean, that comes right down to paint and sculpting. It really does. Parts reuse is to be expected in a line this small, and so far I've seen some very smart part reuse. I do think one thing that needs to be done is they need to bring a little bit more of the story out and discuss why Pale and Blight look so much alike. I think it would have been nice too if Pale had come with a spear. Of course, you can get weapons packs that will augment Pale or any other figure that you want. So it's not really that much of a deal breaker. The knives he has are the same ones that came with the Chunari Warrior, and I believe Pale has them as well. So it's again reuse of accessories, but I would find it to be smart reuse. Now, up front, I will say of the Wave 2 figures, Pale is my least favorite. That being said, I still give him a very high rating. So that tells you where I stand on it. Now, I have not bought any of the army builders yet, nor have I bought any of the weapons packs or any of the armor packs, which I don't think the armor packs are available yet. But still, I keep going with the name characters because the story is very compelling. And if you've not read it, you can get digital copies of the comics for $2 each. Really is a good deal. I would highly recommend that you probably should do that. Blight is actually an interesting one. I would recommend picking him up. I'll give him, reluctantly, 4 stars. He's a good figure. Pale is a good figure, so he is a good figure, obviously. Not the best figure in the world. A little bit of it is that the fact that he's just a straight repaint in many aspects, except for that arm and the armor skirt. I think there could have been more done to differentiate him from Pale, I understand why there was not, but I do feel like it could have been done and probably should have been done. But I also won't say that it's not a good figure. It is an excellent figure. The line is going to have to do some reuse. Um, that's going to be touch and go on some aspects, and those are aspects I will get into in the line later on as the line progresses. But right now, I'm going with what we have. So this is still a good figure. Don't let the repaint aspect fool you. There is a reason for this. Again, I encourage everyone to pick up the comic, find out what's going on, and then you might have a new appreciation for Blight. That'll wrap it up for Infinite Realms today. Stay tuned for some more Animal Warrior of the Kingdom reviews coming up. Thank you, and have a great day.